So I'm just idiotic, stupid dog, and I'm having what you might call a low energy spell. First off, I'm old as hell. I've got about a year and a half left to go in human years, which, when you figure it in dog years, it's more like 12, maybe 12 dog years, but still, it's only really a year and a half. But anyways, I was watching a Gas Digital Network episode on my phone. It was extraordinarily hard because I'm trying to develop new apparatus that instead of the cones going over my paws to operate my devices, I'm developing a new cone that goes over my snout, over my nose, so to speak. But it's really difficult to try to, you can't really see and poke the buttons with the nose spout, but it's whatever you call it. It's in, I forget when you're developing, it's in development or something like that. It's a prototype. But the problem when I was watching the Gas Digital Network was I was watching Luis Gomez and some of his cronies. And Lewis was telling this story about this big beef he got into because he didn't want to pay a 30-cent tax other than, pay a $10 minimum at his sandwich shop. So he goes and he buys a $9 sandwich. She says it's going to be a whatever. It's a 30-cent fee unless you do a $10 minimum. So he should have just paid the 30 extra cents or whatever. Or maybe she wouldn't even rung it up. She would say, get out of here, But instead he buys a green tea. And it's just a situation where Lewis and his cronies, they couldn't figure out if he should have paid the $10 minimum or if he should have paid the 30-cent tax or if it's even legal. Like there should be a law or not a law over the minimum. I don't know if it's a law about no shoes, no shirt, no service, I don't know if it's a law that, they can refuse service to anyone who they don't like the cut or their jib. But I think Lewis and his buddies, they're confusing laws with maybe rules, basic rules or regulations. They were saying it's not legal for the restaurant to do a $10 minimum. Well, maybe Congress didn't pass a law, but I think they've got the right to establish that as a basic rule of their establishment. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. The thing is that Lewis got all freaked out because at some point he got done with his purchase and the girl says, he says to the girl, I want a bag. She says it's going to be 30 cents. He said, I don't got 30 cents. I'm one of your long-time, best, famousest customers. Lewis must not be that famous if he can't get a free bag at his favorite sandwich shop that he goes into every day. This girl, she must not get on Gas Digital Network too much. She don't know who skanks are or who Lewis is. So at one point, Lewis is getting into a beef with this girl, and this girl says, fuck you. And Lewis, to quote Lewis himself, he said, I looked at that girl and I said, fuck me? Fuck you. And that's how Lewis said it. Lewis said, I told that bitch, and he shouldn't use the B word because I told that bitch, fuck me? No. Fuck you. You want to start some shit? Fuck me? No, my friend. Fuck you. So this went on for a little while. Then to make a finishing statement or a finishing coup de grace, Lewis smacked all the candy off the girl's counter all across the floor. And somehow this insane, kind of grody, nasty, disgusting, demented, whatever you would say, childish, somebody who's got mental troubles, somebody who can't really fit in with society. Lewis characterizes this as a Larry David moment. I'm thinking, Larry David moment? No. You're about $500 to $1 billion off of that being a Larry David moment. So whatever, Lewis, it's okay. Lewis's buddy, he says that instead of smacking the candy across the floor, that he should have spiked the drink. And then Lewis and his buddy, they get in this debate. Lewis like, spike the drink. Spike the drink. Spike the drink. And Lewis's mind immediately went to a date rape drug spiking of the drink. His buddy felt like Lewis should have took the drink and smashed it into the ground like a football player spiking a football after a touchdown. But both Lewis and the female cohort that was sitting there at the table, their minds both went to the date rape kind of a situation, spiking of the drink. Lewis is like, what good is it going to do to put some roofies in my own green tea? How is that getting any kind of revenge? And the girl was like, she didn't know what to say, but her big thing was rape. She was suggesting or promoting some semblance of a rape. That girl with all the tattoos on her arms, she's like a 39-year-old brunette. She looks like she's been rode hard and put up wet herself. She shouldn't go straight to the roofie and the rape thing. The word rape shouldn't be coming out of her mouth. I don't think this girl's what you might say called a women's liber. I don't think she's what you might call a feminist. She's kind of like pro-rape. Just go to the rape. If you got to get some revenge, you go straight for the rape. And this is coming from the woman at the table, so whatever, it's all right. It doesn't matter, but to close this whole thing out, I found it a little off-putting that Lewis had to do some really vicious stereotypes and some nasty, whatever you would say, demeaning insensitivity when he called the girl that he had this interaction with, who he committed acts of vandalism all over their store. He called her a wigger Asian. Now, I'm an idiotic, stupid dog, so I don't really know this term, wigger Asian, and I don't think I'm going to use it myself. And please, YouTube, do not connect me with this and try to cancel me or give me another strike. The dog's already got a single strike. He doesn't need any more. And I don't even know how to make an appeal. Again, I have a cone, an Appalachia cone over top of my snout that I used to kind of try to peck at my cell phone with. So it's going to be very hard for me to make a YouTube appeal. So please don't bring it down on me. It was Lewis. I'm just, depicting, so to speak, as an idiotic, stupid dog, what Luis Gomez was saying. And then, so he was saying wigger Asian, but then his buddy, one of his cohorts said, you mean Aquafina or Aquafima. And I was like, Aquafina, that's a drink. I don't know what that is. An Aqua Feminita. I don't know what they're talking about. This was a gas digital network thing. And supposedly people enjoy, watching this kind of a thing. Here's what I'm saying. This is kind of like the Lost gas digital network take. Not that it's going to be lost and then refound. It's like lost in space. It doesn't have any bearing on anything. It's just drifting aimlessly. It's as if I don't even understand the words that are coming out of my mouth myself. So whatever,